And welcome back, one and all, to the 2026 Montreal Meltdown, Week 6, Day 2, live on High Button Sports. I'm your host, Brendan Maloney, for this contest, taking place in the 2017 division, as the Sherifs Elite take on QHD 17. Sherifs Elite in the red jerseys on the left-hand side, moving towards the right, while the QHD 17 are in the blue jerseys. Dark blue and light blue jerseys on the right-hand side, moving towards the left to start this first period of play. Should be an exciting contest throughout. So make note, neither of these teams had rosters for this tournament, so I'll be doing my best to read the names on the name bars. I'm doing the best I can for that, folks. The rule is, if you want your name called correctly, the best thing to do is to provide a roster, but if not, the name bar is a good luck from the universe in my estimation here, as sometimes you get teams with no rosters and no name bars, and then you're just calling numbers, and that's not as comfortable for neither myself nor you watching at home. I'll do my best here as that one taken in by Ducharme for the shot by Barilla goes wide. That one out to neutral ice. Picked up in neutral ice, as Aslan takes hold here for QHD, looking to clear. Andre takes possession. QHD over the line. It's Andre. Andre holds onto it into the zone. A shot off the side of the goal and covered by the Sheriff's goaltender for a stoppage. Malenfant on the face-off dot to start this contest, or to start this draw rather, in the offensive zone for QHD. Malenfant in the corner, circling with it, trying to drop it off. Here's Malenfant in the corner, centering it in front. Close call there. Off the point, quick shot in front. Here's Flamon on the backhand shot, save made with the pad. Onto the point, Wang cycles it back in. Good pressure to start things off for QHD. And work it back onto the point, that one taken away. Not able to get too far here as Flamon takes hold. Flamon behind the goal, centering, or a shot there, and that one is off the side of the goal. And the Sheriffs looking to clear a lead pass ahead. Capstick looking to chase it down in the offensive zone. Capstick, a shot from a sharp angle, goes wide. Pass lead out. Sheriffs take hold. Blouin trying to move ahead. And banked off the wall, looking to clear it ahead. Our QHD. Sheriffs take hold. Aslan. Back out Aslan. Aslan moving over the line. Drops it off. Here's LeMayo drive. That one blocked in front. Here's Andre in the corner. Delayed penalty on the way here. Looks like it's going against QHD. QHD going to the box here for hooking. Place up in the offensive zone here for the Sheriffs. Murillo on the draw. Draw win for Aslan into the corner. Dunster on it. Aslan gets a hold of it. Here's Aslan. Moving up the ice short-handed with Andre. Aslan tries to dip through. Andre picks it up. Turns with it. Andre the front. That one just whistles wide. Aslan. And knocked away by Lewis. Lewis skating out with it now for the Sheriffs. Aslan takes him down. Bilodeau moves it ahead. If you're going to move near side, here comes Ducharme down the wing. Ducharme shoots it. He gets checked on the way through with the follow-through of the shot. Bilodeau off the wall on the point. Sheriffs on the attack now. 40 seconds left on their power plays. That shot towards the front. Here's loose. Shot save made by the QHD goaltenders. Lewis tries to cycle it in front again. Here's Varela turning with it. Shot towards the front, stick save, rebound chance. That one stopped as well. Knocked around on the near side. Held in the line by Bejan. Bejan moves it down low. Pass in front. Here's Lewis, unable to corral that. Here come QHD out shorthanded with 5 seconds left to go on their penalty kill. Flamon down the wing. He gets knocked down from behind, and that'll be called. Cross-checking is the call. Sheriffs are going to the box here. So a power play opportunity now for QHD. Both teams trading power play opportunities here. Looking off a draw by Blouin and Asselin on it. Trying to settle it in front. Sheriff's trying to clear. That one off a body. Asselin trying to dig it loose. One taken away. Here comes the chance. Shot. Save. Rebound chance in front. They score! It's Asselin on the rebound. And it's a 1-0 lead for QHD here in the first. Face off at center ice. Asselin wins the draw back to Wang, moves it across for his defensive partner. He's taken out by QHD once again. Over the line is Briand. Briand a shot, pads up, rebound chance, loose in front, and have that stay out. Sheriffs take hold. Blouin has to turn back again and reset. Blouin with it. It off the wall, picked off by Ducheneau. Ducheneau in from his knees to the front, a shot, save made. Clear to the point, not out. Wang on the point shot, that one blocked. Sheriff's looking to clear here. Wang holds the line momentarily. And it finally escapes out. Here comes Capstick down the wing. Capstick takes a tumble. There's Ducheneau working against Blouin. Back in front, Asselin. Asselin moves it across to Briand. Briand makes a move. Moves wide and dumps it in and gets a change here for QHD. Sheriff's working out with it now. Pass across by Plourde as that one worked by Blouin. Here comes LeMay. And that one whistled down. And a too many men call here against the Sherifs. They're processing the call, but they're going to have to go to the box here for too many men on the ice. Face off the offensive zone here for QHD. Minute 30 on the power play. Taken away off the draw. Comes a chance shorthanded. Murillo moving down, knocked off the puck by Dunster. Murillo spins it in front, onto the point. Joe and a Florida shot over top of the goal. QHD off the near side. Taken by Lewis, a drive. He set that wide. There's Briand off the far wall to Andre. Andre near side to LeMay. LeMay moves through, drops it to Malenfant. Malenfant over the line, left side. Shoot in front, pass. Shea made, rebound chance. Cleared away, here's taken by Murillo. Murillo looking to advance shorthanded. Knocked off the puck by Andre. Murillo still with it. Murillo moves wide. Shoots it. Save made. Rebound chance cleared away. Good shorthanded bid there for the Sheriffs by Murillo. Near side showing up Lord. Gonna get through. Chopped away by Andre. Lewis takes hold. Gonna make moves on Aslan. Aslan takes it away from him. Delayed penalty coming up here against the Sheriffs as Aslan skates in. And a slashing call here as the Sheriffs go into the box for slashing. 15 seconds of 5-on-3 advantage here for QHD. As the Sheriffs fans really don't like that call. There's quite a bit of frustration being displayed here. The face off the offensive zone for QHD. There's a pass in front, a shot, they score! QHD right off the draw to the front of the net. They lead it 2-0 here in the first. Power play goal, and it's on that first penalty, so they'll still have a 5-on-4 advantage to work with once the first penalty is taken off for 1:23. Brian moves it across. In the zone comes Lamea. Drive, glove save. And the Sheriff's goaltender, no rebound. Face off the offensive zone for QHD. Taken by Aslan now. Still on the power play. Cycled in by Bilodeau. QHD looking for more advantage here. Slot area, shot, save, rebound chance, they score! It's Aslan again, and it's 3-0 for QHD. Talking about capitalizing on your opportunities for QHD. 2 goals on the power play here, back to back. They say an early lead is the worst lead to have in hockey. Plenty of hockey left to play. That one off the wall, taken by Malenfant. One taken away. Here comes Villa looking to dance in, knocked away by the QHD defense as Andre takes hold. Andre spins it out to neutral ice, picked up by Waugh on his defensive end. Waugh turns with it, looking for an option. Intercepted by Andre. Andre, a shot! That one whistles wide on the deflection. Another chance at the side of the goal. That one deflected. Malenfant behind the goal. Looking to wrap it around. That one stopped. Another chance at the side of the goal. And play whistle down for stoppage here. On the face-off dot for QHD. He's already got 2. He's on hat-trick watch again here. On the point. That one lobbed into the front corner on the deflection. Lane looking to hold the line there, and able to do so. Battle for here against Cote. Lacombe tries to move ahead. Taken by Brian on the relief effort. Going intercepted. Hard collision there just inside the blue line. That's going to be called. As we're going to move the camera away momentarily. The player seems to be okay, shaking it off here. Lamont goes to the box for that. Body checking penalty. Minute 30 on the power play here for the Sheriffs. A 5-on-4 advantage for a minute 30 for the Sheriffs. On to the point. Showing up Porter drive. That one just whistles wide. Clear that to neutralize. Ducheneau after it. Short-handed. Ducheneau down the wing, a shot, and the weak one patted aside by the Sheriff's goaltender. It's already in front to Aslan. Short-handed. And that's going to be a delayed penalty here coming up against QHD. It'll be a 5-on-3 advantage now for the Sheriffs in a short moment. So 59 seconds of 5-on-3 advantage on the way for the Sheriffs. As Aslan goes to the box for tripping. Burlow on the draw. Into the side of Capsica drive, stick save. Here's another chance for Burlow. That one sticked away. Roulette. Moves it across the left wing side. Here come the Sheriffs in. Lewis. Turns in the far corner. Still with it. Lewis spins out front. Here's a shot. He scored! What a goal! It's a power play goal for the Sheriffs. It's Lewis. And that's 3-1. Look out. The Sheriffs pull it in two here, right back in it. And still plenty of hockey left to play here. And another power play as it was a 5-on-3 that killed off the first one by scoring that goal. And mitigating that power play by capitalizing on it. And now they have another power play to work with. Here's Brian moving in shorthanded now for QHD. Shoots it, blocker save, bounces to the slot area. They score! It's Brian and it's a shorthanded goal. And QHD regain their 3-goal lead. The surprise factor is never out of reach in the game of hockey, folks. Unbelievable. So at center ice, 50 seconds are on the clock remaining on the power play option for the Sheriffs as they look to get within 2 yet again here on the power play. On back off the boards, down the ice it goes. Chasing it down is Wang. Wang after that puck in the corner. Bluen hounding him. On to the point, not out. Kept alive. That's in the corner, picked up here by Wang. Wang off the sidewalk. Brienne fires it down the ice to kill some time and get a line change here for QHD with just 15 seconds remaining in the Sheriff's power play. And here's Salvador Duchamp out of his reach, and Dunster skates that down for QHD. Dunster off the back wall. On the corner, Bluen picks it up for the Sheriffs, turning with it. Bluen holds on, backhand shot, save made, covered up by the QHD goaltender. For a stoppage in play. A minute 14 left here in the first. Barillo on the draw against Aslan. Number 9 against number 9. Draw onto the point. Here's Roulette. Roulette shoots it, deflected wide. Race forward here, picked up by Andre. Andre's getting up with it now. Moves to the inside. Dances through. Andre still with it. Spins it out across to Aslan. Aslan Pocket pick by Lewis. Just under a minute remaining here in the first. As Dunster chases it down against Capstick. Capstick takes a tumble. Here's Capstick back to his feet. Trying to make a move. Lewis takes hold. Lewis a shot. Stick save. Rebound. Lewis in front. Clear the side. The QHD defense. Dunster trying to clear. Lewis holds the line. 25 seconds left. And taken by QHD, looking to clear the puck. Aslan takes hold. Here's Aslan, 17 seconds. Aslan moving in 1-on-3. As a dance to the front, taken away. 7 seconds. QHD on the attack. And play whistle down here. Looks like coincidental minors being called here. With 4.2 seconds remaining in the first. A roughing and a hooking call, respectively. Also on the face-off dog. So the Sheriffs need another player on the ice to start this draw. It's 5-on-5. One off the glass and out. That'll do it here for the first period of play. 4-1 lead for QHD after one. You're watching the 2026 Montreal Meltdown live. High Button Sports. We'll be back shortly with the second period. Stay tuned. Or 12 minutes on the clock to start the second period of play. 4-1 lead for QHD heading into the second. We'll see how the Sheriffs respond here in the second frame. Will things open up for them on the offensive front? Can they come back in this one? Plenty of time to do so. 2 whole periods left. That one bangs off the far wall. Ducharme trying to get a stick on that. Duchesneau. There's Brian with it now for QHD. Lobs it off the near side wall. Sheriffs are going to clear, taken by Aslan. Up against Lewis. That one's going to be whistled down on the offside call. Face off neutral ice just outside of the Sheriff's zone. Aslan on the draw against Lewis. Far side foot race forward here as Duchesneau tries to work it in, taken by Lewis. Down the field here, taken away. Chance for Duchesneau, a drive, glove save. And the Sheriffs go down on a skirmish in front of the net here. As the crowd gathers and a little bit of emotion on display here. The mind games start to take full effect early in the second. Another pair of coincidental minors coming here against both teams. The 5-on-5 will remain the case. Officials looking to cut down on the funny business between both of these teams here. 5-on-5 is the case. Taken off the draw by Capstick, skated over the line. Capstick holds onto it. He gets taken down. No call there. Behind the goal, here's a chance for Verillo, a drive off the goalpost. Battle forward in the corner here. Delayed penalty on the way here. A body contact penalty coming up here. And it looks like it's going against the Sherifs here. The Sherifs going to the box here with body contact. A minute 30 of power play time for QHD. On forward advantage for a minute 30 for QHD. Taken off the draw by Verillo. Verillo skates it down. He gets hauled down. Don't call on that. Here's Bejan moving wide. Bejan short-handed. Looks in behind the goal. Back in the corner, LeMay. LeMay. On the near side, Wall takes hold. Here comes Malenfant down the wing. Malenfant steps to the inside. There's a chance. LeMay on the back end. That one blocked. Back on the point to Bilodeau. Bilodeau. Across to Dunster. Dunster a drive. Deflected down in front. Loose. So that one goes wide. There's Verillo off the wall. One taken away by Dejan. Or Bejan rather. Here's Roulette skating down. He gets hauled down to the ice. That's going to be called. Holding is the call. QHD to the box. Power play mitigated. So 41 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey now, followed by a short Sherifs power play. Just waiting for the penalty to be put on the board. Tripping there, no call on that one. One taken away by Lewis. Here comes Lewis. Moving wide, shoots it, deflected by Aslan. Here's Aslan, he's already got two. That's across far side. Duchesneau. Lobs it out to Aslan. Aslan over the line. Steps to the inside. Poke check by Lewis. Aslan behind the goal. Lewis takes hold. Banks it off the back wall. Duchesneau takes hold. Capstick out of the box, back into the play. Power play now in effect for another 45 seconds for the Sherifs. Nice move there by Lewis. Lewis skating through neutral ice with speed. Dances wide. Still has it. Lewis into the corner. Lewis a shot. Blocker save there by the QHD goaltender. Backed around far side. Jonah Poole on the point. Shot from distance. Deflected in front. Goes wide. Behind the goal. Bank play up through the blue paint and wide. Jonah Poole unable to hold the line for the Sherifs. They have to reset here. Give and go with the defense here. That one cleared into the zone. Battle forward in the corner. Taken away by QHD defense. And that'll do it here for the penalty. We're back to 5-on-5 here as Verillo looks to hold one. Does so. Here's Verillo. In the zone. Verillo on the backhand. That one off the side of the goal. Verillo again in the corner. Look to sweep it. Taken away by QHD. Here comes Cote moving in 1-on-2. Cote dances. Knocked down to the ice. That's going to be called. interference is the call. Sherifs to the box. Another power play in effect here for QHD. And the scorekeeper puts the penalty on the board. Just inside the blue line. Here come the Sherifs out short-handed now. Loren steps to the inside, shot, bobbles in front. Flamon takes hold. Flamon across to Dunster. Dunster lead pass picked up by Varillo. Varillo moving in short-handed, looking to dance through the defense, spins and shoots, pad, stop, kick out save for the QHD goaltender. On the near side wall, picked up. Loren unable to make a play, lead pass ahead. Here comes Malenfant, dances wide, tries to make another move and he was knocked off the puck. Looking the Sherifs down the other way, it's Varillo. Varillo over the line, backs up the defense, moves wide and shoots. Glove save, deflects it behind the goal. Knocked out of the zone. Joe upward pumps it back into the zone. And a tag up for the offside for the Sherifs. Just 28 seconds remaining in the power play here for QHD. Lead pass ahead, picked up by Joe Upward. Great defensive play by number 48. Here he comes in, short-handed, a shot deflected wide by the QHD defense. It's a bit of a run and gun pace to this game at this stage in the second. Poke check there, knocked away. Flamon looking to work in his own zone. Just 5 seconds remaining in the power play. Near side, Aslan. Aslan with a couple good moves. Moves out to neutral ice. Over the line with speed. Dips the shoulder, protects the puck. To the goal, backhand shot. Save made. And the Sherifs goaltender holds on for the whistle on the stoppage. Aslan on the draw in the offensive zone for QHD. Draw one for the Sherifs. Coming out with it. They need a pass. There was Ducharme. Ducharme off the wall. Foot race forward here. Lacombe after it. Stick lift, unable to get a hold of the puck. Both players go down on that play. Here's Aslan. He pass ahead on the left wing side to Duchesneau. Duchesneau moving out with speed on the left wing side. Duchesneau a shot, glove save. No rebound. Off the draw by the Sherifs, wrapped around on the near side corner. Right out to neutral ice, reset here for QHD. Back into the cross. Dunster into the corner. Roulette chasing it down for the Sherifs. He gets taken down. No call. QHD on the attack. Swung out. Taken away by Blouin. Blouin through neutral ice. Makes a move to the wide side. Knocked off the puck by Dunster. Dunster gets hauled down there, no call. And battle for it here on the wall. And some teams exchanging blows here at the side of the boards there. Those will be called as well. avoids little minors once again. 5-on-5 remains the case. QHD taking it off the draw, banked off the wall, out to neutralize. Roulette spins it into the corner. QHD defense on the reception. Cote trying to get hold of the near side. Here's Varillo. Varillo skates in, shoots, he scores! Varillo rips it top corner. And the Sheriffs pull within 2 here in the second period of play. Worked into the corner. Late penalty coming up here. Hooking is the call. And the fans trying to get the ref's attention here and change the score. It says 5-1 on the board, but it's 4-2. And the score is successfully changed here. Discussions with the officials over possibly trying to get a handle on this game. There's been a lot of penalties both ways. So if you call too many, there can be a tendency for things to get very emotional for both teams in the contest. As the emotions get heightened, the more penalties that are called, and you got to walk that line. And it's not as if the fans haven't been emotional in this one, as there's been quite a bit of crowd participation in this contest for certain. As Lewis steps up to the draw here for the Sheriffs on the power play. Onto the point. Shot in front, that one blocked. Varillo with possession now. The Sheriffs with the chance to pull within 1 here on the power play. A chance in front of the net, shot deflected in front, loose in front for Lewis. A backhand shot, he sailed that over top of the goal. Last one fires it off the near side and out as Duchesneau skates it down, short-handed. Duchesneau knocked down. QHD looking for a call on that one, they're not going to get it. Varillo skates out with it. Varillo drops it to Lewis. Lewis are going to split the defense. Lewis in front of the shot, he scores! What a goal by Lewis! It's a power play goal on the Sheriffs. Pull within 1. We have a barn burner here, just close to noon hour. Feels more like a 9 p.m. game, folks, in this arena right now. Is that one taken out? Flamand down the wing. In the corner, taken down there by the Sheriffs player, and he's going to get a call for that. A body checking penalty on the way against the Sherifs here. Body checking is the penalty. Can't do that at this age level. A chance to regain a 2-goal lead here for QHD. Fired off the wall and down the ice by the Sherifs as Brian goes back to pick it up. He gets taken down. No call there. Late penalty on the way again here. And it's a slashing call. It's going against Lewis. Well, fans irate at that one. But it's going to be a 5-on-3 opportunity now for this QHD. A face off in the offensive zone for QHD. Off the draw, Flamand moves it across to Brian. Brian on the point. Sit in front of the net. That one escapes. Here's Flamand. Makes a move, turns with it. On to the point for Aslan. Aslan at the top of the circle, turns with it. Aslan across to Flamand. Flamand the drive, save made. Held on to, no rebound. Draw in for QHD on the point. Falling down on the play, moves it across to Brian. Brian from the point, shot, sails over top of the goal. There's Ducheneau in the corner. On the point again. Cycle back in for Ducheneau. Taking over the Sherifs, looking to clear. I went out to neutralize, reset for Brian. Brian into the zone. Winds and shoots, save made. Closing the wickets there. A chance loose. Backhanded free. There's Brian. Going out to neutralize. Ducheneau chasing it down here. There's 7 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. They might be able to kill this one off. Here come QHD out with it now. They'll move the cross. Over the line, passing cross to LeMay, a drive, pad, stop. Delayed penalty on the way here coming against QHD now as they touch it up. So they've killed it off and now they'll have a power play opportunity, will the Sherifs, on the interference call. Face off in the offensive zone. Or the Sherifs. Blouin on the draw. Sherifs in possession off the draw. Fan on the clearing attempt. There's Blouin turning in the zone. Stays to the front, shoots. Save made with the mask. The QHD goaltender, another shot that one blocked. And out to neutralize. Here comes Blouin resetting here for the Sherifs. Dropping it off. Now comes Lejean. Leaves it for Blouin. Blouin across. Picked off by Malenfant. Malenfant taken down. Loose in front. Bejan. Can't corral it on the back end. 50 seconds remaining in the power play. Back below the goal line. On the point picked off by Flamand and cleared down the ice by QHD as Flamand got it down. Well, on the reception here for the Sherifs. Just under a minute remaining here in the second. And picked off by Andre. Here's Andre shorthanded. Shoots it. Glove save. No rebound. Face off the offensive zone for QHD. We got to neutralize. Here's Verillo dancing with it. Verillo skates wide. 33 seconds left in the period. Verillo tries to sweep it on goal. That one blocked. Good battle for it here. Lewis intercepts that. Line out to not out to neutralize, excuse me. Now it's out to neutralize. QHD out with it. Here's Andre skating wide on the left wing side. Stops up. 8 seconds to go. They got to get it on net here. Pass across. Shot from distance goes wide. That'll do it here for the second period. 4-3 lead now for QHD. Sherifs just a goal away from tying the game heading into this third period of play. You're watching the 2026 Montreal Meltdown live on High Button Sports. We'll be back shortly with the third period of play. Stay tuned. And 15 minutes on the clock to start the third period of play. Once again, the Sherifs one goal away from tying it here. With plenty of hockey left to do it. 15 minutes on the clock to start the third. Going up forward, moves it ahead. Here's Ducharme on the wing. Ducharme. Chopping it into the corner. And taken away. QHD looking to clear. With the neutralize, Asselin. Moves wide. Asselin on the left wing side. Stops up, looks for an option here. Here comes Lewis down the right wing side. Lewis tries to dance free, works to the goal. Can't get the shot away. Going out to neutralize. He's out here for the Sherifs. Near side for Verillo over the line. Verillo. He's knocked away by Ducharme. Ducharme moving one-on-one now. Dances wide. Looks to break himself free. Ducharme, a shot, and he whipped it way over top of the goal. Got way too much air into that one. And face off in the offensive zone once again here for QHD. Making off the draw by Capstick, unable to clear. Now he gets it again to neutralize. Moved ahead, here come the Sherifs now. It's Lacombe to the net, backhand shot, save made by QHD. And a hooking call on the way here against QHD. So you want your opportunity if you're the Sherifs. Now is your opportunity. Another power play with which to work here on the hooking call. Minute 30 with the advantage. Face off in the offensive zone. The draw taken to the point. Back in the corner, that centering pass is blocked by the QHD defense. It's worked out. Here's Asselin. Skating it down. Boulin retrieves it. Here's Boulin. Murillo leaves it ahead for Lewis down the right wing side. Lewis moving wide, stops up, looks for an option here. Centers at the blue end. Blue end across. Here's the chance. Murillo a drive over top of the goal. Too much air under that one for Murillo. Out down the ice it goes for QHD. And Wall there to retrieve it for the Sheriffs. Here's Wall. That's the far side. Murillo picks it up. Fans on the pass. Aslan. Aslan turns with it. Backhanded lob out to neutral ice. Making way, fired back down. Not too far though. Sheriffs take hold. Cote drives it back in for QHD to continue the kill. Just 20 seconds remaining in the advantage for the Sheriffs. Lewis. Defense against Duchemin. There's Lewis getting through the neutral ice. Nice move. Moving wide, Lewis over the line. Picked up by Cote, fired back down to conclude the power play. And QHD have killed it off. And another penalty on the way against QHD here. And a slashing call against Andre. So this game has been absolutely littered with penalties throughout. Another one being called here. Power play for a minute 30 again for the Sheriffs. One banked off the backboards. Not back in the corner. And a penalty here, looks like again. So once I said there was a lot of penalties, another one's called. This one time to the Sheriffs for roughing. So power play mitigated, minute 21 of 4-4 now. Also on the draw in the offensive zone. Backhanded out, held at the line by Bilodeau into the corner. Sheriffs in the clear here. Awesome on the forecheck. Oh, they got puck loose. Austin trying to get a hold of that. Jonah Ford battling against him. Going out to neutralize. There's Flamond. Flamond knocked away by Capstick. There's Aslan again. Sweeps it out to Flamond. Flamond holds on. Flamond shoots it. Save made. Rebound chance covered up. Enough. Rugby Sheriff's goaltender to get the whistle. He's off the offensive zone once again for QHD. Malin Fawn off the draw. Going to sweep it out to Duchemin. Enfant backhand shot, save made. Here come the Sheriffs now. Ducharme. Hounded by Duchemin. Ducharme dumps it into the corner as Wang chases it down for QHD. Wang moves it ahead to Malenfant. Malenfant drags it, holds onto it, moves it across, and almost intercepted by Waugh. Cote with it. Ducharme trying to get it to Lewis. There's Lewis. Intercepted by Wang. Here comes Malenfant down the wing. Malenfant drags it, spinorama, and that one blocked away by Lewis. Andre shoots it to the front. Malenfant trying to get a hold of it. There's Cote, a shot, that one blocked. Malenfant spins it in front, that one just goes wide. Lewis on the reception here for the Sheriffs. Fires it down the ice. Back to even strength 5-on-5 here. Wang touches it up. Puck play with a high stick. Well, play whistle down. Brillo on the draw in the offensive zone for the Sheriffs. Aslan wins the draw for QHD on the defensive end, back off the near side boards. A chance of let's go Sheriffs echoing through the arena now, trying to get that comeback goal. So plenty of hockey left to play at 9:50 left in the third, just a 1-goal deficit here. Is that one taken by QHD into the zone. Fired towards the goal. Patted into the corner. Showing up forward, wraps it around on the near side wall. The Capstick left behind by Capstick. Here's Aslan. Trying to dance his way free. Aslan moves it across. Here's a shot. Glove save. No rebound. The crowd gathers in front of us. The mind games continue in the third. Face off the offensive zone for QHD. Malonfant on the draw. Here comes Lewis. Moving down the right wing side. Lewis tries to spin it in front. It's deflected. And a pad stop there for the QHD goaltender. Off the wall to Malonfant. Malonfant moving ahead with Ducheneau. Malonfant shoots it. He whistled out wide. Ducheneau puts it in the corner. Flamand knocked down. Looking onto the point. Here's Cote. Dances on the blue line. Doesn't move it ahead. And taken away by Lacombe. Trying to clear. Picked off by Flamand. Flamand poked away. Here's Malonfant. Ducheneau rather. And poked away by Lewis. Lewis dances, splits the defense. Lewis in alone! Off the crossbar! That would have been a hat-trick goal at the time of the game for Lewis. Flamand. Dancing wide. Flamand over the line. Into the corner. Andre spins it in. Here comes Verlo down the wing. Verlo over the line. Here comes Andre down for QHD. Andre over the line. Played offside here. Taken in by Dejan. Intercepted by Andre. Andre over the line. Waits. Takes, and that one blocked in front. Andre spins it back into the corner for QHD. Sheriffs take a hold. Outlet to neutralize. Near side. And there's a crowd looking for a tripping call on Andre there, or against Andre, as Andre is shaken up on the play. He limps his way back to the bench here. It's not a good state of affairs for QHD, as Andre is one of their better players. That one taken in by Aslan, trying to break it to the front, loose. Spinorama shot, and a great pad stop there. QHD still on the attack. Dunster trying to keep it alive. Dunster dumps it into the corner. Sheriffs after it now. Rulo banks it off, giving it away to Brian. Brian in the corner. Angled up there. Looking on the near side, looking to get out of the zone here. The Sheriffs poked ahead, picked off by LeMay, and dumped back in by QHD. The Sheriffs have to reset here. That one off the side wall, picked off by Flamand. Flamand trying to work it out front. He gets knocked down. Spins it into the corner. Cote on the wall. Backhand shot is blocked. There's a chance. Moved ahead for Barilla. Barilla skates it down. Backhand shot, save, rebound chance in front, goes wide. How did that stay out? Flamand trying to work it out, can't do it. Rob blocked it. Ouellette can't hold the line. Reset here for the Sheriffs. Emotions are running rampant here in this arena at the moment. A lot of tension here. Capstick trying to get home. Here comes Malenfant trying to make a toe drag move. He just walked off. On the wing comes Blue, and he's knocked down hard there. No call. Crowd looking for one. They're not going to get it. Ducheneau gets knocked down by Capstick. Play whistle down on the offside. And taken into the zone. Not taken into the zone, excuse me. Lewis had to turn back. Lewis resets here, neutralize. Moves his way through. And now he's into the zone, but that's going to be whistled down on the offside. He's out neutralized just outside of QHD zone. Making off the draw by Ducheneau. Ducheneau skates wide, has some time and space and shoots. That was a stop made off the mask of the Sheriff's goaltender. Here's Asselin on the forecheck. Onto the point. Bilodeau a drive. Pad stop. Asselin in the corner. Still with it. Knocked away by Ouellette. Ouellette looking to clear. To neutralize Bilodeau. Delayed offside against QHD. They tag up. And one cleared out to neutralize. Down on the left wing side. Lewis after it. Lewis holds on. Lewis shoots off the shoulder of the goaltender for QHD as Asselin tries to take hold. Kept the line by Ouellette. Ouellette skates in, shoots. That's blocked. There's Briand after it. Briand trying to dig that loose. There's Lewis. Lewis to the front, picked off on the defense in Dunster. Moved out. Here comes Ducheneau. He's got Briand with him. Ducheneau to Briand. He scores! His second of the game. And the QHD team retrieved their 2-goal spread here with just 3:35 left in the third period of play. Foot race off the draw. Battle for by Bejan. Down in the corner. Picked up by the Sheriffs. Taken by Andre. Andre holds on. Shoots it towards the front. Cote unable to corral that. And the Sheriffs going to get on the attack here. Time is winding down for them here. Just over 3 minutes left in the third. Bejan unable to hold the line. That one whistled down on the offside with 3:06 left. Taken off the draw, skating in by Flamand. Flamand over the line. Gets it off to Malenfant. Malenfant, a shot. Deflected in front. Here's a loose. They score! It's Flamand. And it's 6-3 for QHD. 2:51 remaining here in the third. The game a little bit out of reach now for the Sheriffs. Down 3 goals with only 2:51 remaining. Oh, and taken by Ducheneau. Ducheneau over the line. Looking to continue the attack for QHD. Here comes Jelen up Fluid over the line for the Sheriffs. Drops it off to Lewis. Lewis. I'll dig it loose. Jelen up Fluid on the point to Lewis. Lewis, nice move. Holds on and shoots. Glove save. No rebound. Oh, a hard collision there. So it seems to be an accidental tangle up, it looks like. Dejan on the blue line trying to cycle it in. Both teams trying to dig that puck loose here on the wall. Taken it by Lewis. Lewis a shot. He scores! It's a hat-trick goal for Lewis. And it's 6-4. Don't go anywhere, folks. 2:09 remaining. And the Sheriffs are back within 2. And this one might be down to the wire here if they can get another one shortly. Fall looking to advance it. And taken away, skated in by Varillo. Varillo moves wide. Varillo knocked away. Taken by Lewis again. Lewis trying to dance with it. Knocked away by Cote, unable to clear. Lewis spins it back into the zone. Now Alphon picks it up. Chops it near side to LeMay, just out of his reach. As Bejan skates it down, Malenfant takes possession. Here's Malenfant over the line. Moves wide. Shoots it. Save made, rebound chance, and play was whistled down. So that'll create a stoppage here. Once the whistle's blown, it's blown. Face off the offensive zone here for QHD. 1:36 remaining in the third. There's a chance back in front. Flamon loose there. Close call. Capstick picks it up. There's Capstick to neutralize. Capstick over the line. Holds on to it. Can't get the shot away. QHD looking to clear. Outlet pass to neutralize. Here's Lewis skating with it now. Lewis weaving his way through, picked off by Flamand. Empty net waiting. Shot by Malenfant, he scores! Malenfant ices the game for QHD with an empty net goal to make it 7-4. Just 1:01 remaining here in this one. Aslan tries to dump it in, chips it into the corner. Aslan on it again for QHD. Under a minute remaining here in the third. The pass picked off. Aslan gets a hold of it, keeps it alive. QHD, he gets taken down. Lead pass picked off by Cote. Cote in the corner. 30 seconds left. Tries a wraparound stop. That was blocked off by the defense. Off the wall and out to neutralize. Here comes Blouin down the wing, stepping to the inside. Blouin trying to make a move. To the front, shot, save made. What a stop that was. Face off in the offensive zone. Aslan dumps it back down the ice. Here comes Ducheneau after it. Shoots it, save made. Another chance, that one stopped as well. And time will expire here. QHD 17 with a 7-4 barn burner victory over the Sherifs Elite. What a contest that was. Emotional throughout, lots of penalties, lots of power play opportunities. Special teams a big factor in this one. And as the teams line up at center ice to show their sportsmanship at the end of an emotional contest, we'll get you set for the next game coming at your lodge in just a few moments. And it's going to be taking place in the Elite 2019 division as the Black Aces take on the champions Prospects. It's been Brendan Maloney from High Button Sports. Thanking you for tuning into this one, and we'll see you in the next one.